with the top 12 albums that I digested in 2019. Are you ready? Can you dig it? Number 12, Charlie by Charlie. Anybody know who Charlie is? Probably not. A couple of you probably do. Here's why I know who Charlie is. Why does anybody know who Charlie is, really? If you know who Charlie is, you know why I'm going to say this. By the way, Charlie is the name of a band. It's not like Prince or Madonna or Cher. It's just the name of a band. Everyone knows Charlie because of Terry Thomas. Terry Thomas, I know because he produced Giants records, the band Giant. And he did the Good Bad Company records. All the Brian Howe Bad Company records was Terry Thomas produced those. I love those records, so I'm a big fan of Terry Thomas. And you do some digging, it turns out he was the lead singer and songwriter for this band, Charlie. This is the only album that I've listened to so far. I have a couple others, but I went through this one this year, and what I realized, I've been saying forever, I've been making my own records, saying I want the Giant background vocal sound. The background vocals they have on Giant and Bad Company, that's the background vocal sound I'm always trying to get on my own recordings. Turns out, that's Terry Thomas, because this album is made by the background vocals. I am a harmony junkie, a background vocal junkie, and they are all over this record, and I love it. I love it. If without the background vocals in this record, I don't think I'd even like it, but this is awesome. There's 9 songs, 6 of my love, and it's just the background vocals to kill me, man. And again, this is a Terry Thomas event. Like, I don't know why this is even a band. He writes all the songs, he sings the songs, he co-produces the record. It's a Terry Thomas vehicle. That's what it is. But I love it. It's inevitable. Never too late to spend my life with you. The Heartache Begins. Can't wait till tomorrow. I mean, it's good stuff. I really enjoyed this record. So there you go. Charlie by Charlie. Number 11, 2019, is the Princess and the Frog soundtrack by Randy Newman, because I love Randy Newman, because Randy Newman is a genius. I just got around to fully appreciating him a couple of years ago, and as a songwriter, that dude, I know everybody only knows the couple of hits he had and the soundtrack stuff, like You Got a Friend in Me, I Love L.A., Short People, like those are the songs, but he's got such great stuff. And I don't think he was born in New Orleans, but I know he lived in New Orleans, so my newfound love of New Orleans for the past few years, mixed with Randy Newman, the Princess and the Frog. So this is all Randy Newman songs, and they're all New Orleans songs. So I loved this. I loved it. Loved it. I don't know what to say. And I know they're still Disney songs, but they're great. Almost There is great. Friends on the Other Side is great. When We're Human. Gonna Take You There, I think, is the only one I don't like. My Bella Evangeline is so beautiful. It's just great. All the songs on here are, almost all songs are great. It's just a lot of fun. It's just fun, but at the same time, there's a lot of talents here. The production and the chord changes and the voicings they're expensive. It's not just simple. It's beautiful stuff. So there you go. Number 11, Princess and the Frog soundtrack. Number 10, I might get a little bit of redemption from my AOR melodic rock friends here. Crossroads Moment by Jimmy Jameson. Jimmy Jameson. I'm sorry. I've been talking for a while. This, for those of you that don't know, is the lead singer from Survivor. The second lead singer from Survivor, the one that sang The Search Is Over, Can't Hold Back, and High on You. Not the guy that sang Eye of the Tiger. They had 2 different singers. Anyway, this is a great record, written almost exclusively by Pederick, right? Is it Peterick or Pederick? Jim Pederick. I think he just wrote all this, and who wrote all the songs for Survivor. Jim Pederick was in Survivor. Him and Frankie Sullivan wrote all the songs in Survivor, and then Jim Peterick has been making records since, so he got the singer from Survivor, blah, blah, blah. So this was great. There's a lot of songs on here. There's like 15 songs, but I liked 9 of them, which for me is a lot. And Jimmy Jameson's voice is beautiful. That dude can sing anything. So him combined with Jim Pederick, who I really feel was digging deep here to get some good songs, made this a great record. I really liked Battersea's great, Make Me a Believer, Behind the Music, Lost, As Is, Till the Morning Comes, Friends We Never Met, When Rock Was King, Alive. This is a good record. So number 10 for me, Crossroads Moment by Jimmy Jameson. Again, I've had this on my shelf for maybe a decade. How old is this? 2008. Yeah, I bet I bought this when it was new. I bet I've had this in my possession for 10 years. And I finally got around listening to it. And great stuff. Really, really good. All right, number 9. This was a total surprise. Breakout by Cold Sweat. I have seen this cover put up on all my like melodic rock AOR Facebook groups forever, and I never paid it much attention because it looks like a lot of other bands like that. It looks like Lynch Mob and Tough and insert anything else. And I thought, okay, they might be good, but I never heard anything about them. So this was re-released because it was expensive, and I think it was like $10-12. So I just went ahead and, again, as I said earlier, about 2 years ago, I decided to catch up on a lot of these records like this, AOR melodic rock stuff that I heard about for years and were like held into the standard that I'd never gotten to, like this and Strange Ways and those. And I decided to get a bunch of them. And I love this. I was so happy. It was very Lynch Mob-esque. But I loved it. Four on the Floor is great. Crying Shame, Love Struck, Waiting in Vain. Again, the background vocals are a big part of why I love this album. Like, there's some great choruses on here. The vocals are killer. And that dude can sing. Dude, the guy in here, Rob, oh man, I'm not going to think of his name. This is so embarrassing. Oh, anyway, I was so happy with this. I couldn't stop listening to it. I had a hard time getting this one out of my rotation so I can move on. I love this record. Let's Make Love Tonight, Jump in the, what was it? Jump in the Gun. Wait, this is great. This is a great record. So number 9, Breakout by Cold Sweat. A very happy little discovery for me to finally come around to this, because a lot of these that I get around to, I'm kind of like, oh, that wasn't as good as everybody said it was. But this is all Cathy, Roy Cathy. That's his name. All right, number 8, Take Me to the World by Sutton Foster. I don't know where my physical copy is. I had it, and I can't find it. I spent 20 minutes looking for the CD, and I can't find it. So I just printed this up, which I'm realizing at this very moment was a mistake because I can't see the songs that are on it, so I can't talk about why I love it. That's not going to work. We can't have that happen. Sutton Foster, Take Me to the World song list.
Take Me to the World songs.
There we go.
Take Me to the World, starting here.
All right, stop talking.
Now.
Stop talking. Stop talking.
I'm on my way.
Stop talking.
And others.
Okay, good. If I Were a Bell that goes into Singing on the Rain, that's such a great thing. I love that. Give them the ooh la la. Stars in the Moon. Beautiful song. Stars in the Moon. Again, just like oh my God, I just talked about it. My heart was set on you, just like my heart was set on you. Stars in the Moon. Sutton Foster. Go look it up right now. Beautiful. And then Every Time We Say Goodbye. So yeah, I really dug the Sutton Foster stuff this year. I really dig. So number 8. And again, I think that's partly because it's not what I'm used to. I don't have a huge bank of this in my head, this kind of stuff. So I think it impresses me more, or it moves me more. Number 8, Take Me to the World by Sutton Foster. Great stuff. Number 7, Behind Closed Doors by Thunder. This was a real surprise. I dug into Thunder this year. And I really dug this very much. Again, I had a hard time to stop listening to this. Thunder is another band where their records are, for me, well, I've only been through 3, so I shouldn't say this. But so far, half the songs, I love them. And the other half, I don't. I'm bored. I'm like that with a lot of artists, though. But this was 95, so I guess they were trying to compete with the 90s stuff. That's why the first song is Moth to the Flame, and it sounds kind of dark. I immediately took that out of the set list of the track listing and made the record start with Fly on the Wall. And it was so much more fun that way. So much more fun. So I really did love this record. I had a really hard time stop listening also. Fly on the Wall, I'll Be Waiting is beautiful. River of Pain. By the way, the guy, Danny Bowes, the guy that sings on all stuff, that dude's voice. God, that guy can sing. If I could sing like Danny Bowes, I probably have lost my voice by now because I probably just walk around the house all day listening to myself sing. Too Scared to Live is awesome. Ball and Chain is great. It Happened in This Town, great. So that's great. Number 7, Behind Closed Doors by Thunder. I hope the rest of Thunder stuff is as good because I've only been through the first 3 Thunder records, and again, I didn't like the first one, but I really like the second 2, and I really hope it's consistent with that it stays good. Here we go. Number 6. This will be a little bit of a surprise, I think. Worlds Apart by Blackjack. This is printed out because the version I have is this. But this is both of Blackjack's records on one CD, so I didn't really know how to display it here for you guys, so I printed up the cover for Worlds Apart. So this is Michael Bolton's rock band from the late 70s, early 80s. When is this? 79 and 80. So this is Michael Bolton's rock band with with Bruce Kulick, who went on to be in Kiss. And I forgot who else was in this band. Sandy Gennaro and Jimmy. Okay, whatever. But I was really, again, surprised how much I liked this. Where did it go? There it is. Worlds Apart by Blackjack. And again, Michael Bolton, I'm just talking so much I can't think anymore. Michael Bolton and Bruce Kulick wrote most of the songs, and again, the background vocals were a big part of it. If you listen to Airwaves, the background harmonies, they're interesting. I love that stuff. So that's a cool tune. Love is Hard to Find. Stay is great. Maybe It's the Power of the World, of Love, sorry. Sooner or Later, She Wants You Back. There's some really good stuff on there. So I haven't listened to the other Blackjack record yet, but I'll get to it. But Worlds Apart by Blackjack, I really dug it. So number 6 for 2019. I'm going to need a nap. Number 5, another big surprise for me. I did not expect this at all, but I loved it. Never Say Surrender by Red Dawn. I have seen, now hopefully I'm getting a little bit of credibility back from the other records I put up that I didn't like Diving for Pearls and stuff, from my friends who like this kind of stuff, because this is just like those. I'd seen this cover, I'd heard people talk about this record forever, and I never got around to it until this year, and it's awesome. It's so good. Like, there's a lot of keyboards in it, but I don't mind that. Flying High, I'll Be There, Liar, Christine is good, Take These Chains is great, Never Say Surrender, She's on Fire. This is awesome. I love this record. I don't love all the songs. I think it was 6 or 7, but it made me very happy. Also, for those of you who don't know, I'm not going to be able to remember this. Some of these songs were re-recorded with Mitch Malloy like 10 years ago by a band called, I can't think of it. It's a one-name band, and the name of the record is also the name of the band, and it's also a word that you could search for, and a million things will come up, and I can't think of it right now. But some of these songs have been re-recorded with Mitch Malloy singing on a different record. There's a plane on the front and a little kid, and I can't think of it. Anyway, number 5, Never Say Surrender by Red Dawn. I really love this. Thank you for releasing this, or thank you guys for turning me on this, because I did like this. Not a lot of times, but there's other stuff like Shark Island that I see, and I didn't like it. And I feel bad saying that, but that didn't work for me, but this did. Diving for Pearls didn't work for me. This did. Awesome. All right, number 4. Glory by Michael W. Smith. Now wait, before you judge. This is an all-instrumental album. It's orchestra music. It's an orchestra. It's 12 songs that's all just, it's an orchestra, and it's wonderful. And I mean, I guess the subtext is religion, and I mean, it's glory, atonement, redemption, but joy follows suffering. Like, I get it with the song titles, but really, if you just listen to the music, there's some beautiful. Michael W. Smith, again, phenomenally talented. He wrote all this stuff, plays the piano on it all. The voicings on the piano are wonderful. There's some really, really tasty, great musical stuff on here. Glory Battle is just awesome. Heroes is great. Forever is great. There's some really beautiful music on here. Just mostly featuring the piano and strings. So I love it. So I listened to this record, and I would skate with it on. I'd have it around the house. It's just very wonderful, sweet, well recorded, well arranged, 3-4 minute orchestra pieces that are really awesome. So number 4 for me was Glory by Michael W. Smith. Number 3, this was the year for me of Thunder. Laughing on Judgment Day by Thunder. I remember getting this album many years ago, back when, I had to call used record stores to see if they had something in stock. So the yellow pages. I'm looking up used record stores. I'm sure there was a different way to do it at the time. I probably said no. But I bought the first Thunder record because I love Dirty Love. And at the time, I didn't understand there was all this music. Like, most of the stuff I showed you was from prior to when this album came out. And, the internet was not really a thing. So how would I even know all this music existed? So for me, I was like, I'm going to get everything by every band I love. So since I had the first Thunder record, I had to get the second one. And I remember calling saying, "Do you have Laughing on Judgment Day?" And they said yes. And I drove right up there to get it. And I remember I was like, that's kind of weird. What's so strange for me is that I was disappointed in this record when I first heard it. What's strange about that is that I didn't like the first one that much. So I don't know what I was expecting with this. So I remember I loved Everybody Wants Her, because Everybody Wants Her is basically Dirty Love sideways. And I love Low Life in High Places. That's a great song. Mama, why is that? No, I always used to say different words. Mama, why is that sleeping in the rain? Which isn't it. But I love Low Life in High Places. Good tune. And those two, and Like a Satellite, were the only ones that and Fire to Ice. Fire to Ice. I like those songs. And the rest of them, it didn't do anything for me. When I originally heard this many years ago, so I put it away. And then I decided to give it another shot again this year. And oh man, this is awesome. This record is great. I like almost every song on here. Today the World Stopped Turning, Long Way from Home, Feed Flawed to Perfection is cool. Empty City is killer. Yeah, this is great. I love this record. I really had a good time with Thunder this year between this and Behind Closed Doors. I dug the crap out of this stuff. So, yeah. Laughing on Judgment Day by Thunder, number 3. Great stuff. All right. Are you ready? Number 2. Harps and Angels by Randy Newman. I don't know what else I can say about Randy Newman I haven't already said. I love Randy Newman. There's beautiful stuff on here. Harps and Angels. Losing You is indescribable. Laugh and Be Happy. A Few Words in Defense of Our Country. Korean Parents. And then Feels Like Home is on here. Feels Like Home is one of the most beautiful songs ever. It was originally on the album he did with Don Henley and Bonnie Raitt and James Taylor called It's the Devil's Name. Come on, Jason. I can't think of it. But it was part of the music. I can't believe I can't think of it. It's right there. Anyway, it was originally part of that musical, and he wrote it for that. It Feels Like Home. It's a beautiful, beautiful song. I almost had it. Sharp. Never mind. All right. Whatever. Anyway, number 2, Harps and Angels by Randy Newman. And this sadly, wow, I couldn't think of the word sadly. This sadly completed my digestion of Randy Newman. There's no more new Randy Newman for me to listen to. I've now heard all Randy Newman songs, so there you go. Number 2. And number 1, this is a complete surprise for me. I was so as I've said, I listen to records a long time ago, and then they don't hook me right away, and then time goes by, and I think maybe I should give that another chance. So that's what this was. This was that. I was like, okay, I'm going to go back and re-listen because maybe I missed something. Maybe I wasn't in the right headspace. Maybe I didn't appreciate things musically enough at the time. I don't know. But that's what this was. And my favorite record I listened to all this year was Hello, I Must Be Going by Phil Collins. So weird. I got this forever ago, and I listened to it and I went, oh, that's all right. And I put it away. And I haven't listened to it in 20 years. And yeah, I was wrong. I always thought I don't care anymore was great. And You Can't Hurry Love. And other than that, it did not stick with me. And then I listened to it this year. I put it on. I was like, this is great. What's wrong with you? Why are you an idiot? So there's only 2 songs I don't like. So there's 10 songs on here. I dug 8 of them. For me, that's amazing. I didn't really care for I Cannot Believe It's True. Excuse me. And I didn't care for Through These Walls. But, I mean, Like China's great. Do You Know, Do You Care? Can't Hurry Love. It Don't Matter to Me. Don't Matter to Me. Oh, God, it's so cool. Don't Let Him Steal Your Heart Away is sweet. Why Can't I Wait Till Morning? This is awesome. This made me so happy. So I have it in the works to revisit a lot of other stuff too. I've already done the first record, and I love. Is it weird? My favorite Phil Collins record? Well, it's probably this one now. You know what? It's probably this one now. I love Testify, which is weird because no one likes Testify, and I still love No Jacket Required. But yeah, this is my number 1. So my number 1 album that I enjoyed the most, and I feel is the best record I listened to in 2019 is Hello, I Must Be Going by Phil Collins. There you go. We made it. Now I have to look for something. Hang on. Hold, please. I'll be back in 10 seconds, I promise. Oh, what on earth was it called? Oh, come on. Oh, there it is. Oh, I could have just looked right behind me. I could have looked right behind me and seen what it was. Faust. Faust. Randy Newman, that play was called Faust. I never would have thought of that. All right. There you go. There's all the albums I listened to in 2019 and how much I love them. Did anybody actually watch this? I thought it would take half this amount of time. This is insane. All right. Well, thank you very much for watching. Quick plug, I guess. JaceMusic.com. I have my own records that you can buy, and you can make a video and put on YouTube of you shitting on it. And then it's like full circle. All right. That's all I got. Everybody check out Carmina. Check out Tyler Lyle. Check out Peter Bradley Adams. That's So Are You to Me by East Mountain South. It's beautiful. I'm trying to think of things that aren't very mainstream that deserve an audience, who are still active. You know, like Thunder's great, but anyone who would like Thunder probably knows who it is. And then I don't know, Sutton Foster, I guess. If Sutton Foster comes down, go see her. She was awesome. By the way, I saw Richard Marx for like the last. I've seen him several times. That dude sings. He makes me angry how well he sings. All right, that's it, guys. Yeah, fun year. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Take care. Bye.